Imagine waking up tomorrow, scrolling through your phone, and seeing the headline, Russia has officially started World War III. Your first thought might be, uh-oh, do I still have time to make coffee? But let's be real. If a global war kicked off, what would actually happen? Would tanks roll into every city? Would nukes fly instantly? Or would it just be a very tense staring contest between superpowers? Let's find out. First, here's the scenario. Russia decides it's time to start a full-scale global war. Not a small border skirmish. Not some cyber attack. We're talking tanks, planes, missiles, and yes, the nuclear arsenal looming in the background like a giant, glowing do not press button. So what happens next? At first, the war would probably look conventional. That means soldiers, tanks, and jets. NATO countries would almost instantly get involved. Borders in Eastern Europe would light up with battles, and skies would fill with planes. But here's the thing. Modern militaries don't fight like in old war movies. Within hours, satellites would track every move, drones would buzz everywhere, and cyber attacks would start shutting down power grids and communication networks. Imagine trying to order pizza online while half the internet is on fire. Okay, but let's be honest. The big question is, nukes. Would Russia use them? Here's the scary truth. Russia and the US together own about 90% of the world's nuclear weapons. Each side has thousands, and they don't need to launch all of them to cause chaos. Just a few dozen would be enough to flatten major cities and throw the planet into panic. But would they really push the red button? Probably not at the very start. Nukes are the ultimate last card. Once you use them, there's no going back. So leaders would most likely threaten and posture first, hoping to scare the other side into backing down. Meanwhile, the rest of the world? Total chaos. Stock markets crash, oil prices skyrocket, and your favorite YouTuber's new video gets delayed because, oops, global internet traffic is collapsing. Countries in Asia, Africa, and South America would scramble to stay neutral. Nobody wants to be caught between two nuclear giants throwing punches. But supply chains are global. That means food shortages, blackouts, and maybe even that awkward moment when your local grocery store runs out of toilet paper. Again, stock markets crash, oil prices skyrocket, and the global economy sinks into freefall. Panic spreads almost as fast as the war itself. Now let's imagine the war does go nuclear. A few hundred bombs are launched across Europe, the US, and Russia. Cities vanish. Millions die instantly. And here comes the kicker, nuclear winter. When enough nukes go off, the smoke and dust rise into the atmosphere and block sunlight. Temperatures drop, crops fail, and global famine sets in. Scientists estimate that even a small nuclear war could starve billions. So yeah, that's the big reveal. If Russia really started World War III, it's not just their problem or America's problem. It's everyone's problem. Those who survive the blasts may end up hiding underground for years, eating canned beans, while the world above them becomes unrecognizable. Survival would be grim, and rebuilding society could take generations. The truth is, we'd probably never get a Hollywood version of World War III with epic tank battles and slow-motion hero moments. Modern global war is more like an instant switch. Cyber chaos, mass destruction, and maybe, if things get really bad, the end of civilization as we know it. But here's the surprising bit. That's why it hasn't happened. The sheer horror of nuclear war actually works as a deterrent. In a strange way, the scariest weapons ever invented are the reason we've avoided World War III for so long. So what do you think? If World War III started tomorrow, what would you do first? Stock up on canned beans? Build a bunker? Or just make coffee and hope the Wi-Fi survives? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if you enjoyed this mix of science and dark, what if curiosity? Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share this video with your smartest or most paranoid friend. Because who knows? In a world where peace is fragile, a curiosity might be our best survival tool.